Like, were there any like specific significant appearances that you were supposed to make as Mr. McFeely, but it had to get postponed because of the virus?
Well, yes, as I was saying a little earlier, I've been doing these Comic Cons, and if you've never been to a Comic Con, they're fascinating. There's a whole another population that loves the comic books, but you know what they also love? If you've ever seen a comic book, well, I'm sure you have, there are artists who draw these comics, and they're good artists. Very detailed, pages of cartoons. And they're all these Comic Cons, and they have their own fans, these artists, of these comic books that I have never heard of. And then around the perimeter of the Comic Con, there are people, pop culture people, and I would go with some of the Sesame Street people, and we'd sit there and we'd meet people like yourself who would grow up with a program and who collect autographs, or they like to have pictures taken with a fan, with a fan who likes to have pictures taken with people they watched on television. And yeah, all of those were canceled. There were about 8 or 9 of them, and they were all canceled. But again, I love the interaction, and I like to hear people's stories of what the program meant to them. Because if you're going out of your way and you're coming to a Comic Con and you're paying a mission charge, they're coming from other people too. But they're going out of your way to come to meet someone who meant something to you as you were growing up. And that makes me feel good too. It wasn't just me, it was everything that we did. I was part of that wheel. I always thought that the neighborhood is sort of a corny symbol, but the neighborhood could be sort of a wagon wheel. And inside there's the hub, that's Fred, and each one of the spokes is a different character on the program or the music or the animation, whatever. But Fred was the hub, and I was proud of being one of those spokes and I still am really, still trying to keep the legacy going and letting people know about the program. And I think what has helped us over the years are these documentaries that have been made and the films that have been made. Fred's having a resurgence of popularity 18 years after he passed away, but the programs are evergreen. They're like Wizard of Oz. They'll be around for years to come, I think,
Yeah.
and serving their audience as well.
But yeah, I believe so too, David. And we are actually going to get to your experience in the film in a minute. But first, I want to
Okay.
ask you, like, how does it, what does it mean to you knowing that you were a part of a program that is just been trying to think of how I could word this. It's just that is just going to have such a significant impact on our culture for years to come.
You know, I don't think about it every day, but when I do think about it, what reminds me of all of that are the letters that come in. And sometimes I'll be at the other day I was at a grocery store and I was checking out, and somebody said, I had, they had checked out in front of me, and they turned around, they were waiting, they hadn't gone. And they said, "Are you Mr. McFeely?" And I was dressed like a civilian. I didn't have any clothes. And I said, "Yes, but how did you know?" And they said, "Your voice."
Yeah.
Somehow the voice reminded them of McFeely, and they asked the question.
Yeah.
That's happening more
Yeah.
and more.
Did you have a mask on though at the grocery store? Is that-
No, it was the voice though.
Oh, the you recognize
yeah,
the voice. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what people.
And I had the mask on, but I took it off like that just so I could. The cashier didn't understand what I said, and
Oh, okay.
and then I put it back. So I think all of that maybe I don't know, but it made me feel very good. And these are people who didn't grow up in this country. Uh, the husband was from I think Canada, but the wife was from South America. And she came here and she knew the program after she got here. But the fact that they were introduced to the program coming from another country and related well to it. And it goes back to your other question too, the pace of the program. This was just recently, and it's resonating with them. And this is a program we probably made 30 years ago, and to young children now, it's a new program. You know, it's evergreen. But it makes me feel very good to answer your question.
Yeah, that's all.